Hello, this is Impact Ogbeide, and I am super excited to welcome you once again to your favorite podcast, Reason to Live, Hope to Cope in a Troubled World. And I've often said the world we live in is troubled, the world is plagued, the Lord is going through a whole lot of challenges and issues, and we're here to see how we can inspire hope in you to cope in the midst of all the many quandaries and troubles of the world that we live in today. I want to thank you all so much who've been watching our previous episodes. I want to thank you for those who take our time, go the extra mile to comment, to like. Thank you. You are our VIP. Now, even if you just only watch and you don't get a like or comment, you are VIP. We appreciate the time you spend to watch the video, and I'm sure you've been inspired, and we'll be getting feedback severally. I go through the comment section and I see a lot of your feedbacks, and I get excited that the little thing we're doing is actually helping and inspiring someone, and someone is getting more reasons to live every day in the midst of the many troubles in our world. I thank you once again on behalf of our team who put all this together. So welcome to another interesting series and episode of Reason to Live, Hope to Cope in a Troubled World. Now, today, we're looking at something very crucial, very important. We're going to be looking at the beauty of waiting season. The beauty of waiting season. You see, one of the most difficult seasons to go through in life is a season where you have to wait. Waiting, it's tough. Waiting is challenging. Waiting is tough. Actually, this episode, it's for those of you who are on the waiting queue, especially for those who know what they are waiting for, but they don't know how long they'll have to wait. Now, that is a whole feeling entirely. It's a different ball game when you are waiting for something and you know how long you're going to wait for it. Now, it's something else when you have to wait for something and you don't know how long you'll have to wait. And the sad reality is the fact that when we wait on God, we have to wait. He doesn't always tell us how long we'll have to wait for Him. And that's the truth. He doesn't always tell us. We have to put our faith entirely on Him, trusting Him that He might lead us long. But this God will never lead us wrong. Yeah, He won't. So this series is for you waiting. It's for you on the queue. It's for you on the list. And you've been waiting. You know what you're waiting for. You have an idea. But somehow you don't know how long you have to wait. It can be very painful. It can be hurting. It can be full of several vacillations and fluctuations. Sometimes it appears it is close, and you get close to it, and the next time you realize it's still further away, and it can create several emotions on the way while trying to wait for what you are waiting for. But I just want to use this first episode to encourage you that God can lead you long, but He will never lead you wrong. And also understand that anything that's of worth and value will have to be waited for. I'll say that again. Anything that is of worth, anything that is of value will have to be waited for. It is just what it is. So, whether you're waiting for a child, or you're waiting for a job, or you're waiting to get married, or you're waiting for a visa, whatever it is you're waiting for, I want you to know that it is worth waiting for. Yes, it's worth it. It will all make sense after all said and done. And you must realize that God's waiting season is not a punitive measure. No, God will not ask you to wait to punish you. That's not God. There are reasons why God will take you through the season of waiting. So I'm going to try as much as possible to bring out the beauty of waiting in this series that we are in on the beauty of waiting season. I know you don't know how long you're going to wait, but you see, the waiting season can become interesting for you, that duration may not matter for you anymore. You're going to find out as we proceed in this series of the beauty of waiting. I know it's a difficult season. I know it's tough. It's tough to wait. It's tough. Not everybody likes to wait. The generation we live in today, we like things to be done now, immediately. But if it is God, if it is of worth, if it is of value, you will have to wait for it. Yes. So I'd like you to understand that what you're waiting for is worth the wait. No matter what it is, it's of worth, it's of value. And you see, it is only VIPs that people get to wait for in an event. Yeah, only VIPs. So that child you're waiting for is a VIP. So perhaps it wants everybody to be fully seated. When you're invited to an event where they're expecting a dignitary, maybe a governor, or a president, or whoever, and the event is to start by 10, maybe 10 a.m., they'll usually tell you guests should be seated by 9:30 or 9 a.m. So everybody will have to sit down and wait for that VIP who comes by 10. So you see, the child you're waiting for is a VIP. Perhaps he wants everybody to be seated before he shows up. But just know that everything that is of worth, anything that is of value, will have to be waited for. Yes, will have to. So that thing you're waiting for, you're not wasting your time. You're not wasting your life. Waiting time is not just to mark time. No, there is a purpose why you have to wait. There is a purpose why that time will have to be spent waiting for that one thing. And if it's God, I'm telling you, it will make you find real value for the time you've spent waiting for that particular thing. So on this first episode of the series on the beauty of waiting, I'd like you to take home the fact that anything that is of worth or value is worth waiting for and will have to be waited for. So be encouraged, have hope, have joy in waiting, because you know that thing you are waiting for, when it finally shows up, it will wipe away all the long, laborious years or months of waiting. You will thank God that you actually waited for what you waited for. All right, we're going to bring this first episode to an end at this juncture. And in the next episode, I'm going to go further on what to do while you wait, and that will enjoy the waiting season. I believe you've learned a thing or two on this episode of the beauty of waiting season. Until I come your way again on this space for another interesting episode of Reason to Live. Don't just exist, but live.